And should we need a third one, it's going to be Inferno. For the time being, though, let's kick the tires and light the fires here in Hugo.
Let's burn some buildings down, Trace.
Well, okay, maybe not that far. It seems a little...
Virtually, of
That's
course.
our son. Our son. Arson.
Arson.
You can see where I was
yeah.
going with that, right? Like arson, our son, kind of
Look at
worked.
that dink. Glaive
Yeah.
with the P250. Maybe it was one of the Glocks, but someone's hit ZywOo in the face from outside to heaven, and he's on 1 HP. Very, very lucky to be alive, and he's got to appreciate that, because his teammates, they don't get quite as lucky.
Yeah, quick kill from Device. Shox is trapped out on a limb, and now he's got no limbs left as Device takes him off. ZywOo, 1 HP, 2 USP 1 taps to turn this into a 3-on-3, and they haven't been able to deal with him yet. The B site does have players deep within it, in the form of Masita and RPK. And Astralis don't know this. They're still clearing the vents, so they don't know that all 3 players are down in the bomb site just yet. And ZywOo, finally dealt with, now leaves all of this onto RPK, and he's got to face off against Magisk. He's looking to wrap around and find him. Magisk didn't mean to fake the jump, but he did, and we'll pretend like he did it on purpose, and that did bait RPK to move back into the bomb site. Even though he gets the kill, there's no round to be found on the back of it. Astralis, they get this pistol round here on Nuke in the bag.
That they do, and even though he didn't mean to jump on there and fall right off in the control room, that somehow works out in his favor.
Yeah, I was trying to jump on the panel to get out, but I think he hit his head on something. The roof can be low. There's some like vents and things in the ceiling. You can see in the way, but still a good round for Astralis. And Trace, I was going to say, what's worrying now is if we think to Dust 2, where Vitality were actually able to get like, what, 5 rounds at the end of things? They got, or 7 rounds, sorry. They got 2 pistols and converted 1 of them. Well, Astralis have already taken the pistol on the T side, so now things get really rough. Now they can just start to piece together round by round by round of Vitality. They don't have any of the free rounds that they would, you know, potentially get with full anti-ecos, with Glocks for Astralis, or even with P250 armor. So right now, out of the gate, they've got to fight with their backs up against the wall.
Yep, some extra Tony Sastries on this one. It's getting a little bit heated. ZywOo with the scout up in the rafters. Magisk has found his way all the way into this hell area. He's not alone. Dupree's going to go up top. They're going to crunch this ladder and perhaps swing into upper if the opportunity presents itself because, well, Vitality, they're on a ramp push. And just 2 players alive here inside of the upper site. Zipex can't find the kills there necessary to shut it completely down. And so far, this has gone pretty well for Vitality. Still a minute left. Bomb now going to be planted by Glaive. I say that he taps it. Shox is going to walk right through the squeaky door.
Oh, now they know. Even sneaking up through the vents. Device sees Shox peeling away. Oh, does get caught trying to hunt him down. And that's given a 2-on-2 over to Team Vitality. Now, with no bomb planted, there's a good chance they're at least going to attempt this one, right? Shox rerouting in through the hut. Dupree has his attention divided between Squeaky Door and the hut. And you'll slowly but surely see Apex looking over here towards outside. I was curious if we were going to see him maybe try and wrap into heaven with all the time that he was given by Astralis, but instead, he'll just keep on the main offensive. And he does best Glaive immediately, no less. Half the time off of this bomb, Dupree deals with the first man, drops down into the site, just trying to buy time. This SMG getting close, but Dupree, with the final 3 bullets in his magazine, gets a second round on the board for Astralis and puts that conversion on the tally. Now, there must be some temptation if you're Vitality to throw a bit of an investment into this round.
There's some pistols, though. It looks like we're going to get that at least out of Apex, and he is the shot caller guy. He is leading things over there. Dupree gets this done with his last bullet. All he really had to do there was get the first kill into Apex in the main, and then he drops off just as he does.
Yes.
And that buys just enough time for that bomb not to get, diffused.
Safe to drop and not go back to heaven because he probably would have been caught because he was so out on a limb, so wide in the rafters. So, yeah, definitely made the right call there to just fall into the site, take the damage, and kind of just deal with it. Had the clutch anyway. And Astralis have the B site, pretty much. Vitality are rotating down. They hear these footsteps, but there's only so much they can do with the pistols here versus the fast Mac-10 on Magisk. He's just looking to farm up kills and get rich while doing so.
Get rich or die trying.
Well, he's looking for just the first. And I don't think he'll get offered death unless Vitality come back from the lobby to ramp. It's only Shox here.
Yeah, It's quite the 50-cent investment here for Vitality, too, in the form of pistols, which are not going to go too far or anywhere for that matter. 10 alive in the server. No one has died. The bomb has been planted. And now finally we'll get these two teams actually shooting each other in this round.
Not the old 10 alive at the end of the round. But, ooh, Zipex, he could be on the chopping block here. He thinks they're above him. Not the case. They are right in his face. And Apex with 2 traded swiftly after. No guns to be saved here by the likes of Vitality. Shox won't find anything either. That's a very costly round for Astralis, considering, you know, at one point there was 5-on-5 with the bomb about to go off. So, yeah, they lose 3 players to the pistols. It's actually a really good call from Vitality, who, you know, you look at that from the offset and you go, why Vitality saving? They have nothing. They don't even have armor. Like, saving a P250 is useless in your next round. You're not going to use it. You've got a rifle. But all Vitality are doing are baiting Astralis into hunting them there and waiting for that to go on. And so Astralis, they kind of fall into the trap and they fight Vitality where Vitality wanted to fight. So some kills go through, but still around for Astralis. And they look for more. Apex is gone from the door immediately as Astralis take a 5-on-4 into their first rifle round.
And not really what they had in mind, is it, Harry?
No, certainly not. And I mean, now, right, you sat a man down. Vitality, they might feel the pressure to try and, you know, gain something for this, you know, like try and take some control elsewhere. And at the very, very least, it's forced a preemptive rotation from Shox down towards the B side of the map. There's that re-aggression we were kind of talking about. It comes through with ZywOo and Masuta trying to push through the ramp room, and they both meet their demise. Shox now alone. The man who rotated down to B early in this round has it all on his plate, it all to worry about. As this bomb plant comes in, RPK gets deleted, Shox is put down shortly after, and it is a fast, flawless 4th on the board for Astralis. Lots of Fs, including the ones in chat for Team Vitality there.
Hey, don't talk to my people like that. I'm just kidding. You do this.
Thank you, Trace. I know you are like the god of
hold on.
The boy of NA or something like that.
The boy of NA.
You're
That's what
definitely
they call you.
I wouldn't consider myself, say, like a god of Twitch chat. That seems like, you know, quite a title. I don't know that I'm quite ready for that, to be honest. But I do, you know, harmonize with them.
The boy of Twitch chat.
Well, yeah, sure, man. Why not?
Oh, dear. Well, ZywOo, boy oh boy, he's hit a dink outside onto Dupree crossing yard, but it's not going to have much consequence because Astralis get lower pretty safely. Now, little did ZywOo realize there were players turning their backs to him in the vents, but he is holding safe for over-aggression. Not the case. Molotov, he's dropped the bomb. It does finish a job that was started so early on, and Glaive is going to finish off him as Astralis regain control of the package and can just go up the vents towards top if they want. Now they've killed ZywOo. Masuta, doesn't really matter where Astralis go. He's not going to have much of a say in this round anyway, and a good decision for Astralis to duck back up A and safely take a plant. Masuta wondering, where are they? Well, he's about to figure it out. Top site.
Well, Astralis seemingly having a field day, as it is. They're going to put that 5th up there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Yeah, Masuta was hoping to find himself a rifle or anything, but instead he's just left walking around on like a scenic tour of the lower site. And there you go. Tour guide found him. Not meant to be there, really. Zipex shows him to the door. 5-0 for Astralis, but now the reinvestment back in for Team Vitality. And you understand why Masuta ends up down on B, right? They make more than enough noise there to draw those rotations through. Real T-side masterclass thus far from Astralis, and this is like a situation you can't afford to get stuck in if you're Team Vitality. You need to get your first round on the board ASAP, or else you do just get this rinse-repeat of buy, lose, partial buy, probably lose because it's a partial buy, and then, you know, you just get stuck in that loop for what can sometimes feel like an eternity, and so they try and dig themselves out of it now. Trades go evenly with Magis dealing with a man over here towards outside. Masuta now trying to move into position, and Magis was very, very fast on that offensive, but with that kill, the bomb has been dropped over. outside of Hell.
Astralis had excellent smokes in this round. They had a Heaven smoke, a Hell smoke, a Main smoke, and one that landed on top of the blue box to cut off a view to Silo from back garage, covering everything and just storming the yard. What a cool execute from Astralis. They haven't won the round yet, but they're still looking for it. Topside is being contained by Vitality, and Astralis have all three of their players grouped outside. Now, they can go anywhere with this. They can wrap Heaven, they can drop Secret to B, they can try and take ramp. And so that's why Masuta's come back from the lobby to regain this ramp control. He might meet someone here as well, but he drops, and I think Zipnik's heard it as well. He looked towards that position. Might have a bit of an inkling here as Astralis flank this player lower, but RPK gives up a kill, and now Astralis, they've got knowledge on one more of these dudes down B. They're going to try and find him. Oh,
Zywoo's going to find something for himself. It's Deve. Now leaves us in a 2v2. Can appreciate each and every single frag more as we've turned off X-Ray for the time being. Zipex 1v2.
Wow.
And he never saw it coming, and neither did you. Zipex falls. That's the first round on the board for Vitality.
I like that re-aggression from Mizuta as well, right? After Device gets a kill, because Astralis are stuck out ramp. They got a 2-on-2, they killed RPK, then they spot Deve, and they know, well, our options are go down B where Mizuta is, or go back into lobby where Device is, and they get kind of stuck between decisions there, like making their mind up, and that's when Mizuta re-aggresses after Device gets a kill. So, good time to push Astralis. Catching them off guard. He finds 3 in the round, and Vitality's first on the CT side. Glaive again, back to the yard, back to shenanigans here for Astralis, but there is an AWP on the other side looking to hold down the line.
Outside smoke's now throwing in to try and facilitate this cross, and that will lock Zywoo out of the round momentarily. Dupree crosses behind him and actually gets into garage. Shox tries to catch a timing here out through Secret and knows that on the back of giving his position up, the best thing he can do is get out of there. He will still be down at this B site very early in this round. And there is Zywoo striking the first man from the tally of Astralis. Now, does he know that Dupree was able to get into the garage just mere moments ago? Tries to get out of there, tries to get himself set up in Hell so he doesn't have to worry about so many different angles, and in doing so, Dupree finds him. Now, Masuta coming in with aggression into the lobby, had RPK with him, and they leave, they go back to the A side of the map, and now they know that at least in terms of the lobby and radio area, it's clear, and this is probably going to be a B play. Shox can now kind of confirm these suspicions that Team Vitality had, and if he gets a couple of kills, then maybe there was a chance that that bomb plant never even comes in. Now, it is a guarantee. They get the bomb planted, and it's only Masuta left, returning from his venture into the lobby, looking for a 1-on-3 that just isn't going to happen. Team Astralis, they'll get themselves a 6th round on the board, and with it, they bring the economy of Vitality back down to earth.
Good stuff from Astralis, certainly commanding the game as it stands. Six to 1. They pick up the first map on their way to picking up this half at least. And if you're on your T side here, you're feeling really, really good about it.
Ooh, look how fast Astralis get control of the garage. It's almost like it's not Vitality's. Like, that's how quick Astralis have been to take this deep yard control and basically take the enemy spawn. But it's an eco, and they're pushing lobby. That's the intention for Vitality, and Zipnex is going to get met with a multi-peek. He goes down, gifting a gun to RPK. Astralis know this, though. They want to try and take the top site while they know Vitality are pushed into the lobby, but Dupree gets caught out and tagged down before he finishes off the job. Someone else finishes him. And now they're stuck in a 2-on-3. Good positions, but still disadvantaged. And RPK pushed up with the Molotov is somehow still standing. Device throwing one of his own. Won't burn out the player below him on the site. That shocks. But they do want to try and get rid of these 2 CTs. Astralis could go elsewhere, but right now Zywoo has cut them off from behind, and Glaive has to commit into the fire and flames. He's got 1. Bomb's still dropped yard. Spots a second as well, and he knows that ZywOo has control over this package.
They're both so low. This is very doable. Plenty of time left on the clock, and ZywOo, he's holding something you'd normally see with maybe an AWP there. Now he's going to peek out and get a little bit more information. And that's going to be that Glaive has dropped down secret now. Does he commit to the plant here and lower?
Yeah.
Drops the smoke. He's going to stick it. And again, 30 HP on ZywOo, 14 on Shox, and here's Glaive. He has no idea where they're coming from. And boy, they both come down the ramp. Glaive, cognizant of this vent take. And now I think the timing window has passed. He's going to go ahead and give up on that idea. Wraps back around a decon, but this bomb planted starting to tick slower. No kits over there for Vitality.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Just a bullet could end this round, right? The bullet on the right player at the right time, and Glaive, he's found the first. He knows he's off it as well. Here's a shot from Shox, and that's enough to win the round here for Astralis. Glaive has done it on his own on this lower site. Really great clutch from him. Not just okay, playing with his food maybe, but I was going to say not offering anything up. He does actually get killed, but other than that, he plays it very, very safe, and that's a great call. I was wondering if he was going to overcomplicate it and go back up the vent, throw a smoke on B, climb up, knowing Vitality will rotate lower. But he doesn't know if they're there or not. So just takes a safe stick and secures a round here for Astralis. 7-1 lead. Damn. Vitality, they've got money, but do they have an answer?
Obviously, shout out Astralis as well. They must have heard that, you know, with the other game being so many OTs, we were a little, you know, behind schedule. So they came in today, and they're doing ESL a favor on this one. They're trying to get us all back up to speed. And, well, with how dominant this T side has looked, they certainly might, right? They're set up outside of the A site here and now in this round. There's a reinvestment from Vitality. And Astralis, they try and switch the pace up, but it's into RPK. And this man is immovable as he shuts down 3 on the entry. Glaive gets caught by Masuta aggressing into the lobby, and in the blink of an eye, this has left Device all alone in a 1v5 clutch. This is a damn near impossible round. Does manage to deal with Shox. And another. Ooh, and another Device with 3, but there is ZywOo ready and waiting. Device makes it interesting, but interesting is not a round for Vitality. Sorry, for Astralis, it is for Vitality. They'll put a second up on the board.
That was terrifying. That was very winnable for Device. In an instant, makes it a 2-on-1. RPK has got to be one of the best top site A players in the world. Like, this dude just sits behind silos in every game for Vitality and racks up 3 pieces when people go for hut plays. No one can deal with this man. And even though, you know, Vitality having a rough time, Astralis, they rush into the A site and they feed the beast while he sleeps. Well, he's not sleeping. He's definitely wide awake after that one. Device has got to be alert indeed. He's pushed on the outside smokes. The flash is good. Oh dear, it's a slow call for Shox. He won't check the corner, and Device gets the kill. That's excellent stuff. Maybe not so much from Vitality, but what can you do? Even gives a gun over to Dupree as well, who's on a Tech 9 in this round. Xyp9x is followed up inside of the lobby with a kill towards the door. And ZywOo's got to really do some heavy lifting. That's a good start, but he gets caught trying to escape. And Dupree will tag him down. He will be able to get out of position and rescope up in the garage. Flashed while doing so. Device, yeah.
It's so close.
Second time around, it's his.
Yeah, ZywOo gets the crosshair over on him, but the click doesn't come through. That leaves Masuta and RPK. And RPK is going to do a little bit of a dance out here around this smoke. He's going to find Dupree in the process. That leaves just Masuta after he's traded out by Magisk. So 1v3, very low on Astralis and a lot of time to work with, but certainly doable for Masuta. He's got a molly, he's got 2 flashes. He's also got a headshot there on the Magisk to start this retake.
Yeah, instantly drops down. That's cool. That's a good trick, because now Astralis, they can consider him going back up the ladder. That noise is not binding. It's not a contract they don't know. And so Masuta rapping, they consider it, but they have to consider both options. Now Masuta, first fight, tagged immediately, and he knows they're planting backside as well. Has a Molotov to deal with that. If he times it right, he could force out this player from behind the silo.
That's what he was waiting on. He wanted to know where that second player was. Dumping that Molotov, back sight, Xyp9x, too quick on the draw. A good idea by Masuta, and obviously he didn't account for getting dinked down to little to no HP, but he waited for that second player, got that utility out there, and ultimately the fight was forced that he lost. So Astralis 8-2, commanding victory in this first half even. Maybe the second half too. We don't know yet because we're not quite there.
Yeah, but regardless, this is a great half. You know, 80 rounds. You're never going to turn your nose up at that. And Astralis are definitely not done either. I like how painstakingly slow they play that round. They have a 3-on-2 outside, and you know, Device is hiding in a smoke, playing, you know, well, just hiding in a smoke. I mean, what, you know, that's crazy enough. But the rest of Astralis are sitting back, passive yard, holding for re-aggression. And RBK comes out main because Vitality want info. They want something. They don't hear anything A. They assume Astralis have maybe gone secret to B or a wrapping heaven. You don't want to just sit around and not be proactive on the CT side. A lot of the times you want to feel it out and try and get info. But instead, RBK just walks into 3 members of Astralis holding him outside. And he can only go 1-for-1.
And with ZywOo falling so early, this is just going to be the B commitment, right? They've got a path. They get past Apex. He might be able to get Device, and he does. I knew he would. I had complete faith the whole time. But there's the trade from dupreeh, and it is just the cleanup. A team ace for Astralis. They overcome the pistols with ease. Now sat 9-2 up. Doesn't take a genius to know this is very, very one-sided. Vitality coming back in with another investment here, and that AWP in the hands of ZywOo. Now, he's looked a little more active towards outside, round by round, it feels like. So I wonder if we're going to see a bit more aggression from ZywOo here with this AWP. Alternatively, you know, like the aggression, as it's been coming in more and more, it feels like it hasn't been working out massively. So we might just see him kind of playing that heaven-hell rotate to assist at the ramp if needed. And Astralis, they try and change the pace of the game. They get a man down through the vents, but it is at quite the cost. Glaive goes down in amongst it all, and ZywOo has gone more aggressive towards outside. dupreeh, well, he's opened up at B. A Device has now bested ZywOo. dupreeh gets himself another. This round is sloppy, messy, and it's all over the place. But ultimately, Astralis have a plant down at that B bomb site, and this just leaves Shox and RPK in a 2-on-4, left looking for duels that, while they do come in, are not in favor of Team Vitality. And that's horrid, man. You think you're going to get to hold on to the weapons at least, but for some reason, Astralis is still where you are and not at that B site.
Yeah. Shox must have been going through a why is he there moment with Device sitting behind the garage. Like, why is he there? I don't know, but he is, and he's not letting you get away with any guns today, Vitality. 10 rounds to Astralis, and boy, oh boy, this is looking like a masterclass. Nuke is back on the menu for Astralis, and well, Inferno, that might not be, as Vitality aren't putting up enough of a fight to get us to a third at the moment. It's got to turn around. Sooner the better here for the Frenchman. But how attainable is a comeback? Shox, with an AWP, by the way, in this round, gets 1 bulleted by Magisk outside. They're going to try and grab that weapon. ZywOo can try and arm himself with the scoped rifle. Could even boost up here if they want to be crazy, but instead just going to hold more standard angles, making sure Astralis aren't pushing him. They are, but he does take down 1 with him. Bomb is still back in spawn. Astralis is just pressuring outside, and they've also taken the ramp room. On this eco, Vitality leaving positions open. ZywOo, there's a barrel. And Glaive knows it.
Oh, there we go. He waits. He was about to go a little bit wider, and it's probably good that he didn't, because then ZywOo would have seen him. But yeah, betrayed by the barrel. And RPK spotted getting up the vents as well. Things go from bad to worse in this round. Apex now the only bastion of hope in a 1v4. And they know where he is. They're not even going to look to take the safe option. They just take the fighting option. And that's an 11th round on the cards now. Astralis absolutely dominating on the T side of Nuke and showing absolutely no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, you can see he wants to shoot the hands, right? The hands count for body damage. So, you know, you can get like 3 shots on the hands, but yeah, you know, like you said, the 2 options: go wide, also dangerous because you could get spotted, or, you know, just go for the body shots, which are a risk because ZywOo can back up, or just be patient and wait for ZywOo to peek, and that's exactly what he does. So Glaive, he makes the right call out of all 3 choices there. Patience is key, and Astralis are full of it. They are full of rounds as well. Oh dear. Zitnik's halfway through the 30 mag will just spray Apex through a door smoke. Glaive gonna walk out ramp as well, expecting a little less than Mizuta there. He got it for free last time. This one, it's not on discount. Mizuta holding his own. And Astralis back into a 4-on-4.
Okay. Dupree deals with RPK. Masuta has aggressed into the lobby, and he's done this a hell of a lot here on this CT side, and usually it's a pretty good results. You know, at the very, very least, affording rotations to the rest of his team. But in this round, there's no rotations, there's no kills found from the lurk. Instead, Shox is now alone. And that smoke going down, I know where he is. Shox, no hope for him in this round. He tries to hold on to the M4 because this is pretty much all Team Vitality you're going to have heading in to the final round of this first half.
Oh, your bait. Smoking the spawn and then playing ahead of it. Astralis running with their knives out. Oh, the switch at the last second. Yeah, I mean, that Shock's hoping for kills, but the issue is, like, at this kind of level, firstly, those kills don't do anything other than make you look better on the scoreboard because Astralis have 16k money. But like you said, Harry, that would have been all Vitality have in the last round of the half. And so I feel like a save there would have, you know, not only been achievable, but just a far better decision. Of course, at 12-3 or 12-2, doesn't really matter at the moment.
No, they have, how do I say this?
Owned.
Yeah, they've actually pwned that of Vitality so far. Device doesn't even stop.
Man, it looks like he's like on rails. Like it looks like he's just choo-choo. Like I can't even explain it. He just swipes his way through, so casual, so clean, so Deve. And now this B site belongs to Astralis.
Was that his like cologne ad? like
Deve, more like Suave.
Oh, so clean, so fast, fluid. It's Device.
Deve, maybe more like divide, as they pick up the pace out towards B.
All right.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, man.
He's done something there. Oh. Yeah, I mean, they know where Apex is. It's a matter of time.
And they're saying at this point, like, what are you going to do, save? Like, they just wait and they get the kill, 13-2. Astralis, they are looking hot here on Nuke, and the fire has not stopped in the server. Vitality trailing behind in a very, very big way. Can they pull it back, or will this be the 2-0 story? You're going to have to join us after a quick break to get your answer.
Take me to a place I know, somewhere where I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know. 'Cause baby, you feel like home. Take me to a place I know, somewhere I can feel my soul. Lately I'm skin and bone, so hollow. I've never felt so alone. I need you more than you know. 'Cause baby, you feel like home.
It's hopeless when you think that you lost. Oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh, here we go, go, go. Let us heal and grow. You won't be alone. We're unstoppable. Don't be afraid to show what we're going for. This is what we know. Here we come back to life. We're still breathing. Standing up, everybody's gonna see it. Oh, you
Well, we don't know if the microphones were live right then, but they might have been. However, they're live now, and so is the game. Astralis, 13-2. They have ran the board here thus far.
Yeah, nothing else to say about it. No other way to phrase it, Trace. The odds haven't even really adjusted that much because Astralis have not let go. They have grabbed Vitality by the neck and they're giving them a good old throttle. Let's see if they can throttle up the speeds now in this CT side, or T side rather, for Vitality. Or if they're just going to instead hold outside. That works too. Don't want to rush into a very prepared Astralis. Dupree's got a grenade. Sitting on that top site right now. Nade's going in towards A. It is a bit of a ruse as they push the yard. It might be coming in through Mini anyway for this late A take with a Heaven smoke down. That provides a lot of opportunity, but Glaive is going to hear these footsteps, and Vitality are going for the long con, the full wrap round.
Sick pistol. I love the idea, right? With all these smokers going into A, including one up into Heaven, it has forced Astralis out of position and opened a pathway up, down through ramp. However, with rotations already coming in, with players like Device trying to contend for the ramp room, Vitality, they're actually forced out of this position and it's back to lobby late in the round. So may as well have just not done all that, and now they're back at the beginning.
But it has adjusted the setup.
I mean, I'm just joking around. This is sick because it forces all of Astralis just kind of into all these horrible angles all across the map. And as a result, Team Vitality, they get every kill, and including that lovely little jump Glock from ZywOo. Zipex is last alive. This is a 1v5 that's too much, now turned 1v4 even for this man.
We've seen a few jumping Glock burst kills today.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, but no, you're right, Harry. Yeah, like it's a good idea for Vitality. Maybe it's not their game plan they had initially. Even if it is, right? Even if they just wanted to show the bomb B and then go back up the ramp to lobby, whatever it is, it adjusts Astralis massively. They drop a player through the vents, their ramp player is forced down. That delays the ramp rotation to top site, right? Because typically a ramp player is going to do two things. They're going to come Heaven early, or they're going to come, lobby flank late. And, well, both of those positions are denied because Vitality own both the lobby and the ramp and the hell, everything. So, yeah, it does a good job of sending players lower, and you can see Magist trying to come up back from B, gets shot in the head in the vent. So Astralis were kind of pushed into the wrong areas by Vitality, and therefore the fights are favoring the French. I like that idea. And let's see if we've got any more ideas for Vitality. Do have a buy at least, but Astralis have forced the issue right back with scouts. Ooh. The old fakeroo.
Yeah, now they explode in through main. Dupree not able to answer the call. He does get one, and Device is tagged up and now finished off ZywOo over here outside. 3-on-2 as this bomb looks to go down. That nade from Zepex finds a lot of damage onto RPK. And now for Team Vitality, Apex has really got to deliver a lot here on this main push. He gets spotted and actually does nothing. RPK alone, 1-on-3. We've been bigging him up, and his A-side holds all game long. But this one is too much to ask of him. Defuse going to come in from Astralis, and the Force Spy finds success. That's now both Force Spies you've seen Astralis do. They just purchase up a ludicrous amount of scouts.
Yeah.
And I kind of love it. Because it's like, the argument always used to be with the scout, like normally you kind of get like one, maybe two, and then you'd have pistols and everyone else. And it's like, if the scouts can tag these players up, then the pistols are that much more effective. Well, this still holds true for Astralis, but with so many scouts able to peek into these long angles, suddenly the spacing that Vitality would usually go for, which is these longer ranges, to stay in kind of favorable fights, actually turns against them. Yeah. And they end up, just falling prey to these scouts doing loads of damage. And I love this from Astralis. Yeah. I wonder if this is something we're going to see them just keep on doing.
At times, scouts can be better than rifles, right? Because your movement speed is very fast. So if you're the one peaking angles with scouts, you can be the one jiggling and doing what Device is going to do here. Getting a shot, ducking off. And right there, like how Shox hasn't done anything. Luckily, Device dies to ZywOo. But in that engagement between Shox and Device, Shox gets tagged and he doesn't do a lick of damage because Device is just wiggling and jiggling. So yeah, I like the scouts. I like to see them be used in Force Spy rounds a lot from Astralis, and it's netted them something. But right now, that something is getting stripped away from them. 2 kills the way of ZywOo outside, and a 5-on-3 for Vitality.
Yeah, Astralis looked to set up for the long haul here in the upper site. Meanwhile, Zipex left to his own here in the ramp room. He's about to get a lot of unwanted company in the form of Vitality. He's going to get caught off guard. Just throwing a Molotov, but Mizuda's going to be there quickly with a Deagle, and that's going to cause a drop here for the rest of the Astralis players. Now, a little bit weary that someone could come down secret. Dupree just outside of the scope of vision, and the timing doesn't work out for ZywOo. He looks right, and he's dead to the left.
Yeah, suppresses his own retreat as well, just to get that AK and a save. Yeah, makes a lot of sense here. Why risk the AKs? I could see that would be the sole reason that Astralis would save here. Obviously, there's a lot of reasons, but, 14-3, who cares if you're losing a couple of rounds? This does at least allow you to get the better weapons for your follow-up, and I'm sure they'll force round these as well. No reason not to, again, with such a lead, such a streak. So 2 AKs in, whatever goes around them, even if it's pistols or UMPs, it's still a really good situation for Astralis. We know that, 1 or 2 players on this team can just win a round for them, so they've got more than enough to work with, and they're going to buy around it still.
Yeah, and the thing for Astralis is, we see teams get up to 14. We see teams get up to 15. I think some teams fall into a trap of saying, okay, well, eventually those rounds will come to us. Well, Astralis, I don't necessarily know that they ever have that mindset. No. They never really let off the gas.
One thing Chad told me, which, wait, was it Chad? Oh, I'm trying to think where this came from, actually. Wait, I'll save it when I remember. But yeah, it's a good point about that, Trace. Tough. Wow. You don't know it.
Sick.
That was great.
Yeah, man. This is why we bring you in. This is the kind of hard-hitting topics that no one else is touching on. What did Chad say?
Who knows? We don't know.
And Vitality, well, these bunch of Chads are trying to get control of the ramp room.
I remembered it.
Grab it.
It was Launders. It wasn't Chad. And when we had him on, he explained how a lot of teams play like they've already won, and how you can't afford to do that because of, obviously the team that's up against 14 is going to be trying extra hard, knowing that they, are just a round away from a loss or 2 rounds away from a loss. So, letting your foot off the gas or thinking that a game is over before it is obviously a very dangerous thing. I just wanted credit to go where credit was due, Trace. That's all.
So basically what I just said and what Launder said.
Yeah. Hey,
combined together.
Yeah, it's 2 for 1. It's a discount deal.
What are you trying to say? Do we look like discount dudes to you? Launders, you hearing this, man?
Trace, Launders is of high quality.
Launders
I would worry about yourself.
Launders actually said that if they were ever going to move to TriCasting, it'd get Hugo. But now maybe we'll reconsider that whole...
I definitely would if I was him.
Yeah, I mean, after these kind of remarks, right?
I mean, Harry's the one, talking, but he's the one jutting into the real duo that is me and Trace.
That is true.
The graphics here at Rotary until
I know. I've been
the
derailing the whole thing.
You're just, I don't know, Trace is a host and a caster with me, and you're just kind of, I don't know, we invite you along on these, extravagant.
I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I'm the token ginger. I like that. You got to have one. And here I am.
I guess, I don't know that the movie statistics are going to back that up, but nonetheless, we are going to back up. Is Astralis into this game? They're going to have some AKs to include the Mag 7 on Dupree.
Ooh, that is a meaty Granada. Oh dear. Shox finished off by the Deagle as well. Doesn't even get a chance, and the bomb has been dropped by Glaive. He tries to escape. He could not. Device gets one before, before he backs out, I guess. He's down to 8. He's not going to be re-peeking after that one, you would think, but he seems keen for the kills. RBK trying to fight back. Wow. The grenade is timed so well with the shots from Zipex, and he is going to finish off the job. Device gone eventually, but ZywOo's alone.
This is that ZywOo guy. Everybody keeps talking about him. He's on 44 HP. He has an AK in his hands, and he's got a lot of work in front of him, a lot of ground to lay if he even wants to get near the bomb. The crossfires are set up. ZywOo's looking for a fight, thinking, hey, maybe someone's going to peek me from secret. Or the real long con here, go up the vents, but I don't think he's going to go all that way around. He's got to smoke 2 flashes and a crossfire set up between Astralis to die for. And maybe he will die with it. He's going to peek out. Ooh. They discover him. They know exactly where he is. He sits on 30. And he can't get a fight to save his life at this point.
Yeah, Dupree was using the USP because he has a shotgun, right? And ZywOo didn't know where the silent shot was coming from. And I think he's finally figured it out. But, ooh, trying to pre-fire. Very close. If he did that maybe a second later, he could have got it. But Right now, he's hoping Astralis overplay their hand. That is far from the case. Dupree's playing the bomb, and ZywOo, he's giving it a go. He's going to make a move, but 15 seconds right now. He's got to be thinking about dying, and not after the time either. Doesn't want that. Astralis is just backed up. I love this. They're going to try and kill him after time, but Dupree has gone down, and Xyp9x will just take the round instead of risk things. Astralis 15-5, and that's going to be match series, super series point here.
That's right, Super Series it is. So far, a lot of the series that delivered would have been that of Dignitas taking on Fnatic before this. That is still very fresh in my mind. But, you know, Astralis, again, schedule fans, so looking to keep us up to date. 15-5, this could be the last round of the game. Vitality know this. They're not in a hurry to make that the case.
I mean, that's something that Astralis were very, very keen to kind of change the meta on as well, right? Was in keeping like a very, very structured kind of practice and like team building routine, right? And, you know, they're keeping us to our routine as well here at the Pro League by returning us to scheduled programming. Device pushing up outside, deals with 2, and now the remaining 3. Into the arms of Xyp9x they go. Masuta gets that trade. They drop down to the B site, but there's actually more players for Astralis here than there are for Team Vitality. They preemptively rotated down. They sent one of them back up the vents just to make sure.
Oh,
and
no.
that bomb planter gets caught. Apex now all alone, has to deliver up one hell of a 1v4 if he wants to keep the dream alive for Vitality. And while he does deal with the first man, he is pinned on in. They mop him up. The defuse gonna come through. And Astralis, they will take this series here on Nuke. 16-5, even more convincing than that of Dust 2. And across the board, Astralis come out swinging. 16-7 back on Dust, and a 16-5 here on the second map.